One of my favorite ramen recipes features Kewpie mayonnaise. I'm gonna show you how to make it. What makes this special is that the broth, instead of just being water, is a mixture of the best mayo in the world and an egg. 1 tablespoon. That's about a tablespoon. 2 garlic cloves that you're gonna mince. You can use any noodles you want. I'm using Asha noodles, and you're gonna add the seasoning packet. That is a sauce, baby. Okay. Yum. You just save as much water as you want for your noodles. I don't want them to be that soupy. Whoa, ramen facial. Okay, that's enough water for me. And then pick a span. Whew, naughty. These are amazing. Kewpie mayo. It's definitely one of my favorite mayos. It's such an easy hack, and it just elevates instant ramen into something that feels like culinary. Around the world, there are tons of different mayonnaises and mayo dishes to explore. So today, we're gonna learn about 5 dishes from 5 countries using 5 different mayonnaises to see how amazing this condiment truly is. And at the end, there's going to be a blind taste test to see how much I really know my mayo. My whole career has worked up to this moment. This is a weird thing. Let's get started. While I'm getting all of these mayos out of my fridge, I want to talk about a fridge tour community video that we are going to do. These community videos are something that I used to do on the channel and haven't done for a while, and my 2024 goal is to bring them back. In the past, we have done breakfast community videos where we all ate breakfast together, instant noodle videos, shopping videos.
First we got this sugar cane.
In essence, there's a theme, and you all submit footage that I edit together to show all of us doing something together. It's a way that I think helps build community between all of us. We're not just names in a comment, but we're actually living human people living our own lives, and it's cool to have them all come together for a brief moment on the channel. I thought that the theme of a fridge tour would be fun because what's more exciting than having a peek in other people's fridges and seeing what they like to eat, especially around the world. These are my mom's pickled green tomatoes that I always keep in my fridge. I always have blue cheese stuffed olives because I like to snack on them, and I like them in martinis. All of the instructions are on my website, which is linked below and also in the description, that tells you what to film. It's super easy. You just submit the footage to me and I will do all the work to edit it together. These have always been really fun and I'm really excited to do it again, so I hope that you submit.
My name is Dave and I live in Trott Park in Adelaide, South Australia. 4-ingredient banana bread. It's a bread that's pretty simple. It's just 4 ingredients. I love the idea of just having 4 simple ingredients and kind of surprising people by saying, I didn't put any egg in it because the egg's in the mayo. It takes your really old bananas, you know, the bananas that have been sitting in the bowl for a little bit too long. It's great because it uses up that fruit that would otherwise kind of get chucked.
I feel like I can't look at a banana peel without thinking of either Super Mario Kart or just like slipping on a banana peel. Like, these things only exist in those 2 worlds. Slipping and driving a car.
And the more ripe it is, the better the bread. The brand that probably is the most popular, I suppose, would be like your Praise mayonnaise, although you could use any sort of whole egg mayonnaise. It's not particularly unique. It's maybe just a little bit tangier and less sweet than maybe what you get in the USA.
This feels kind of crazy to be using mayo, but also at the same time it makes perfect sense because mayo is in essence everything else that goes into a cake, but I kind of like that it's mayo. It makes it feel a little like, you don't know what's in my banana bread.
After you've baked it, the oils and the fats that are in the mayonnaise become the oils and fats in the bread.
So it turns out I didn't really actually have enough in this, so I have another. There's gonna be so much mayonnaise in this house by the end of this episode. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact. A lot of mayo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It feels like wild to be measuring mayo like this for a bake. I love it.
The eggs that is in the mayonnaise becomes the egg binder. So once it's cooked, you don't taste mayo. So it's almost like it was never there. It's not too fancy, but it's good, honest, easy grub. I reckon the main thing that I love about it is that I'm crap at baking. Like, I'm terrible at baking. And so it was like a gateway for me to actually give baking a try.
I feel like when you're a kid, you always want to lick the batter, and your mom would always be like, no, there's raw eggs in it, but there's no eggs, there's only mayo. Kind of just tastes like banana bread.
To my surprise, it worked. I'm still not a great baker. I'm still not very good at it, but it's one of those things that opened me up to a new experience in the kitchen. It's kind of like cake, but it's kind of like bread. It's really good with butter. It's usually sliced like bread.
I have to take this out of the pan, but I already set up, so we're gonna do it over here. How do you do it? Just like, oh. That was nice. Oh, I buttered it well. Ta-da!
And you can cook it up in the toaster, so even a day or two later, you can put it in the toaster and then toast it up. It's quite Moorish. You should try it because it's easy to make, and if you're not a baker, like me, it's pretty bulletproof.
Dave was right. This is definitely like more cakey than traditional banana breads that I've had. My house smells amazing. I'm so curious, like a mayo banana bread. This is so good. Oh my God. It is so moist. Whoa. Yep. 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up. I can't give a thumbs up because my hands are holding this banana bread, but emotionally they're up. Wow. Rajit is here today. Come in. Say hello.
I'm not getting into the camera.
Rajit's hand is here today.
It's pretty good, but I wish there was chocolate in it.
All right. Thanks, Rajit.
But definitely keep that.
I don't know if you heard that. He said definitely keep it. Dave was saying that in Australia they have a type of mayo called praise, and it's whole egg mayo. I could not find it, but he said that Hellmann's also uses whole eggs, so that was the perfect replacement. Much like Dave, I'm also intimidated by baking, but I found this to be incredibly simple, so if you're like me and you're like, I can't really bake, you can bake this. That looks like really professional. Is this what it feels like to be able to bake things well? I would also say, try it with the mayo. Just like do it, you will be surprised, and it's delicious, and mayo rules. Before we get into all of these different mayonnaises, I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode. BetterHelp makes starting therapy for a lot of people a heck of a lot easier. You can have therapy sessions on the phone, through a video chat, or even just messaging, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. There are over 30,000 different therapists in their network, so depending on your needs, you'll go through a quiz and they will match you with the right one for you. The questionnaire will ask you about the challenges that you're going through and the type of therapist that you like. They will then take that info, go through, and find the people who they think will resonate best with you. In most cases, you'll be matched within 48 hours. Finding a therapist who works for you is difficult. It's kind of like dating. You have to go through a few of them before you find one, so the first one is not necessarily always the right one. And if you find that your therapist is not a good fit for you, that's totally okay. You can switch, no questions asked, just like that. If in this new year you're looking to start therapy, you can use my code Beryl at BetterHelp, and that will give you 10% off your first month. I'm gonna leave the link in the description as well. Okay, it's mayonnaise time.
Hi everyone, my name's Huda. I'm from Malaysia, but I'm currently studying in Japan. The dish that I would like to share with you is called Telur Dadar Mayonnaise. It's a mayonnaise omelette, and it's basically just an omelette that you put mayonnaise inside of it. What makes it Malaysian is that it also has shallot, chilies, and also green onions inside of it. This dish is special to me because it was the first thing I cooked when I was 10 or 11 years old. I made it because I saw an actress making it on TV for a commercial to promote this mayonnaise brand called Lady's Choice.
The dedication to getting this mayonnaise was real. I had to have it shipped from California. I even talked to Unilever, who owns this brand Lady's Choice, and they're like, nah, like we can't get it to you, but we got it. Nope. Tear hair lines are always lies. Just gonna have my... You can definitely taste that it's full egg. It's like creamy, eggy. This one's pretty good. I feel like this really tastes like the stereotype of mayonnaise. Like this one is mayonnaise-y. I like that.
My mom was disgusted by it because she didn't think that it would taste good, but I made it, and then my family doesn't really eat eggs any other way after that, so I'd say it's a pretty successful recipe. The reason I think that mayonnaise works well for an omelette is because it already has eggs inside of it, so you're basically just eating double the amount of eggs. And also it makes the omelette kind of puffs up inside of the pan when you make it, so it makes it more fluffy.
It is very puffy. It's like breathing.
And the chili inside of the omelette also cuts through the sweetness from the mayonnaise, so it's a really good balance. I think that using Lady's Choice mayonnaise is the way to go. I tried making the recipe a few times with Kewpie mayonnaise since I'm here in Japan, but it just doesn't taste the same. But honestly, that's just a personal preference. You might want to give the recipe a few tries with different kinds of mayonnaise until you find one that you like the best.
I've put mayo in a lot of things. An omelet, this is the first time, but it does make sense. I also put mayo on the top of the omelet. All mayo levels covered. It's a good omelet. I think that the mayo is adding a creaminess. I will say that I definitely feel like frying eggs in oil, like deeper oil, is something that was entirely new to me. Ugh. Oh God. Is it supposed to be that brown? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it one more time. Maybe the first one was better. It looks exactly the same. Okay, great. It's definitely not a way that I have ever seen eggs cooked like casually here in the US. I do like how they fluff up and become very pillowy. I do like it with all the chilies inside and the spicy sambal goreng that I put on top of it. We did a lot of digging to find this mayo because I was like, I want to do this as authentically as possible. Like, use the mayos everybody's recommending, right? So then, we extended our search, found a place in California, and in order to have it get here on time, I had to overnight the mayo. And I ended up paying, I think, like $40. And that's neither here nor there, okay? We have sponsors and videos for a reason so that we can get the good stuff. But then the shop sent us this text. It's a valid question. I imagine they were just like, what is going on? Why is somebody paying so much for mayo? It tickles me. Ultimately, if you're somebody who likes mayo, you're not gonna be upset when you put mayo in your eggs. That's something new that I've learned. If you're somebody who doesn't like mayo, I don't really know if you would notice it, and it does make creamier eggs, so maybe you should also try it. This might be the most expensive omelet I've ever had because of the cost of the mayo, but it was worth it. And it was Lady's Choice to do that.
Hi Beryl, hi everyone. My name is Joanna, I live in Gdynia, Poland. The dish I wanted to share with you is called Salatka Jarzynowa, which translates to vegetable salad. It's made with boiled potatoes, carrots, celery root, eggs, and then you add to that pickled cucumbers, the Polish style, meaning fermented ones, and lots of mayo. It's a dish I like because I just like mayonnaise. This salad is present at every occasion in Poland, so Christmas, Easter, New Year's Eve parties, birthday parties, every occasion you can think of. To me, I think I mostly think about the salad when I think of Christmas, and everyone just gathers around the table to cut different vegetables.
Joanna was right. This would be a lot nicer if I had a couple of people helping me out, especially because peeling like boiled vegetables, it's not as easy as peeling them before they're boiled.
My mom is always obsessing over the size of cubes. To this day, my husband is dreading that occasion. The taste is pretty mild from the veggies you use, so good mayonnaise and good pickles are very important because those are the ingredients that will give a lot of flavor to the salad. This is a very well-known dish in Poland. I think probably everyone knows it, and I think most people like it. I love this salad also because I love mayonnaise, and I think it's my favorite condiment because of its creaminess, but also because it's pretty mild, so it doesn't overwhelm the dish it's supposed to complement. Although there are two big controversies over that dish, and I'm pretty sure that you will have a lot of comments talking about those controversies. So the first one is additions that you can incorporate in that salad.
Polish pickles are very, very good pickles. They do taste different. I highly recommend try to get them. I'm just gonna put a couple in a bowl. These are my snacking pickles for while I'm cooking. If you know, you know.
And the second one is the brand of mayonnaise you use. So we have two biggest brands of mayonnaise in Poland. The first one is called Winiary, and it has a mild flavor. And the second one is Kielecki, which is more acidic.
I found the mayo that she recommended in a Polish deli. It definitely smells different from like Hellmann's. It's so smooth and thick. I'm like a mayonnaise connoisseur now. The International Taste Institute of Brussels gave this the Superior Taste Award in 2022. I think that they chose well.
Personally, I'm in the Kielecki camp. I think people should try it. It's a people pleaser because it doesn't have a very controversial taste. But also, I think that people should try it to make it with their family like we do. I think it's very important to share activities with people you love. I think it's very important to prepare meals together and create those memories that will just stay with you forever. Thank you and smacznego, bon appétit!
This is a salad that I've had many times in the past. It's very common across a lot of Eastern Europe, so I had this when I lived in Russia. It's my favorite salad. It is so good. I've never had this mayonnaise, and you know, like I would have added a couple different things. That's all I'm saying. It's very good. This mayonnaise is so silky. When I put it in, I didn't think I was gonna have enough. I feel like more mayo. That doesn't seem like enough mayo. Okay, wow, that mayo like really spread. Touche. And it's coated it so nicely. The bite of the pickle is so big in this because everything's very creamy and starchy, and then you have the zinginess of the fermented pickle, which is very, very good. I was talking a little smack about Joanna's husband and the cutting. I need to make sure that I don't cut these like Joanna's husband, who does the wrong size. I mean, I feel like it's just small. Like, I don't know what he's doing over there. And then I just very quickly also kind of messed up the cuttings. I think that's too big. This is too big. I already messed up the cutting size. Joke's on me. Apologies, Joanna's husband, solidarity in some mess ups with the cutting. Here's the thing I wanted to say about the ingredients. I would have added peas and diced ham. No question. I think the peas give like a nice burst and the diced ham gives like a saltiness that's really nice in here. This definitely gets better with age. Like give this 3 days. Oh, that is peak. And the crazy thing about this, I will say, is like you kind of need to add more salt after a couple of hours. The salt kind of like goes into all the starch, and so it'll be more bland. So keep that in mind. I have a lot of memories living in Russia of like coming home from studying late at night and just opening the fridge and just like eating this out of the fridge. It was just always in the house. I had a lot of fun studying there.
Hi Beryl and friends, my name is Leah and I'm from Wisconsin, which is in the Great Lakes Midwest region of the United States. The dish that I'm excited to share with you today is called a pimento cheese sandwich, and it comes to us from my mom's family in Kentucky, which is in the southern part of the United States. Pimento and cheese is a simple mixture of shredded cheese, diced pimentos, and mayonnaise, which is then spread onto sandwich bread. The result is a very comforting, creamy, and tangy sandwich.
I have to open this jar, and I'm not gonna just try to open it like a normal person and like struggle, because 1,000,001 of you told me to use a butter knife. What am I doing? Is that it? What the? Wait. I was told all I had to do was stick a butter knife in here. What's going on? All right, next time you're struggling opening a jar, take a spoon and wedge it under. All right, I'm gonna try a spoon. Where's the spoon? Okay, spoon. Wow, thanks everybody.
I know that the subject of mayo can make people really passionate, even in my own family. But my mom and my granny specifically use Miracle Whip in this recipe, which is a little sweeter and tangier than true mayonnaise, but it pairs really well with the flavor combination. I associate pimento and cheese with Southern food. I was reading that the original versions of this started in the New England area, but because the pimento peppers were more widely and easily grown in the southern United States, it became more prolific there.
In America, we have 3 main mayonnaises: Hellmann's, Miracle Whip, and Duke's. My mom is a Miracle Whip girl. I'm Hellmann's if I'm going with an American brand. This is not a mayo that I would normally buy. We're just adding it to the mayo collection. Oh, yeah, this is tangy.
In Wisconsin, where we love cheese, pimento and cheese can be bought at the store as more of a cheese spread for crackers, but it really isn't the same as homemade. Pimento cheese sandwiches specifically remind me of my mom and the special visits that I've had with my big Kentucky family. In the cookbook that she made us, my mom shared that this was the last meal Granny made for her as she was nearing the end of her life, so it's nostalgic for her as well.
Kind of looks like Christmas. If Christmas was cheese and mayo.
I think because it is a quick, easy, and inexpensive preparation, it's the perfect thing to fix for lunch when you have company, and it really does allow you to spend more time with the people that you love. I'd love to have you all try a pimento and cheese sandwich the next time you just need a humble, comforting meal or snack, and I hope it'll fill you up and remind you that sometimes the simple things can bring you joy too.
This is my first time having pimento cheese. Even though this is a very classic American dish, I've absolutely heard of it. I just grew up eating a lot of Italian food because my mom was our cook in the house, and it's just like never came up. And I've just never had it. It like feels like it's gonna hit all the notes I like. This is fun. Okay, like here's the thing. I think it's really easy sometimes to poo-poo on some American recipes, okay? Like I get it. And I think maybe at a surface level, cheese and mayonnaise and pimentos feels kind of like, oh, but it's really nice. There's a tanginess in here, there's a crunch in here, it's creamy and it's bitey. A good combo is a good combo. Leah's right, like this is good. And I'm really enjoying it. I would easily be like slamming these because I feel like it's giving me all the different flavors that I like, and I do like it on the soft white bread because it adds that balance of crunch and soft. I also think like if I was to make a full-on sandwich with this, like add some sliced turkey and some, tomatoes and whatever and use this instead of mayonnaise, that would be so, so good. It's really cool to me that in doing this show, I've learned so much about food cultures around the world, but food culture within my own country. It's such a big country. There's so much going on food-wise, and like, of course I don't know about all of it, and it's cool every time I get to learn a little bit, like this one. I think it's interesting in all of the dishes that we've done to see how mayonnaise is not only like a binder, but a flavor profile in the dishes. And in this one, it brings this really cool tanginess that you couldn't get from like yogurt or sour cream. That's what makes mayo so great.
Hi, my name is Yi. I'm a born and raised Taiwanese. A dish I would love to share with you is Chiayi-Miàn, also known as Chiayi-Style cold noodle in English. Chiayi is a charming city in Taiwan with a fascinating history and rich culture. Chiayi-style cold noodles are simply a cold noodle salad, typically including shredded fresh vegetables, mixed with sesame dressing and mayo.
Is this even a julienne? What is a julienne? I also feel like I've said julienne so many times now that it just seems like a julienne. What does a julienne carrot look like? There's no way. There's no way a knife did that. I feel like this is a matchstick now that I'm thinking about it. Next time you see me, I'm gonna know how to julienne. Give me like 3 episodes.
It's an easy to prepare dish, perfect for the summer at home. Cold noodles are a common dish in Taiwan, but when it comes to Chiayi-style cold noodles, which incorporate mayo, they are a bit less common. It's more like a unique city recipe, offering an interesting twist to the traditional cold noodles. And because I like mayo, I prefer Chiayi-style cold noodles more.
I'm gonna julienne the spam. Julienne the spam. Julienne the spam. Yeah.
These noodles are chewy, and due to the addition of alkali in the making process, they acquire a unique flavor.
So for this recipe, Yi uses a cold noodle pasta sauce and a mayo. I could not find either of them, so we're gonna make both of them. We're gonna make the Taiwanese style mayo, and we're gonna make this kind of like peanutty pasta sauce.
In addition to Chiayi-Style cold noodles, it's quite common in Taiwan to enjoy mayo with boiled meats or seafood, as well as tender bamboo shoots. To be honest, I only learned about Chiayi-Style cold noodles a few years ago. I was surprised to learn that my friend add mayo to their cold noodles.
Oh, that's so good. That was so easy. Okay.
Long story short, we decided to exchange recipe, and now I'm a firm convert to Chiayi-Style cold noodles. Laurel's Mayo is without a doubt the most popular mayo brand in Taiwan.
7 hours later. Look at what I found. An immersion blender. Okay, I'm gonna immersion blend this. It's not gonna take 7 hours. I just need a bowl. I need a big bowl. Plastic?
You can find it in almost every market and grocery store, making it very easy accessible. But I believe the combination of sweet and sour flavors, along with its widespread availability.
Oh my God, it's already happening. Tools, technology, we're here for it.
It's what makes Laurel's Mayo stand out in Taiwan. For me, mayo is like a sweet little guilty pleasure.
So in the video, hers is like looser than, maybe hers was a little thicker, but I'm gonna call it. That tastes like frosting, like the sweetness and the lemon juice. That is very different. I'm very glad I made this one. Whoa.
Adding a bit of saltiness, a touch of greasy indulgence, a hint of sweetness, and a dash of acidity. It has so many diverse elements of taste, and I appreciate this kind of unique characteristic. I love this dish because it brings back a sense of nostalgia. Mayo, noodles, and sesame sauce were all common staple during my childhood. It may not have a very rich or complex flavor, but it's like comfort food from my youth with a familiar, guaranteed taste.
Two big things happened while making this. Number one, I realized that I had an immersion blender this whole time. An immersion blender! I don't really know how to use this. I think I've used it to make soup once. And number two, I realized that there is such a thing as sweet mayonnaise. Asha. No. Oh my God. This is maybe the perfect food. Oh, the sweet mayonnaise in this with like the peanut and the Spam and the veggies and the noodles is like the ultimate balancer. This peanut sauce is also so delicious. I highly recommend everyone make it. While mixing tahini is a struggle, I just feel like my counters are a little too tall for me. It's still tough. Like I want it to be smooth. It spilled. Oh no! Oh no, I'm spilling everywhere. Oh God. I ultimately think that struggle was worth it to get to this end product. And while I wasn't able to find the Taiwanese mayonnaise here, even though I found all the others, I was so close. I think making it like, this was very different, and I don't think just using like Hellmann's would necessarily give you the same outcome. I think it would still be delicious, but like if you've never tried sweet Taiwanese mayonnaise, I would recommend it. I feel like it's totally different and really just showed me in this whole mayo episode how different mayonnaises can be, which is why I'm definitely gonna do the mayo taste test now. Leah is going to switch out the mayos. I'm nervous, what if I get these wrong? It's okay. I'm not a mayo expert. I'm just a mayo enthusiast.
The whole episode you were talking a game.
I could pick this one out in a lineup in a second. I feel like I would be able to tell them apart. I'm like a mayonnaise connoisseur now. I know. I know. Okay, I'm taking this very seriously.
Okay, here.
Tell me where to be.
Okay, this is number one.
This is a weird thing. Where is it? Okay. This one is, okay. I think this one is Hellmann's. Okay, next one. Hey, this one.
Yep.
This one is Miracle Whip. Taiwan. I like this one the most. Ladies spread? Okay, in Poland. That's my final guess.
Okay, you ready to see? So 2 you had right.
Oh no! Wait, but what was my favorite?
Helmets.
Helmets was my favorite!
Helmets wins!
Well, I might not be a mayonnaise expert, but I did just blindly eat 5 mayonnaises, and that means something. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all next week.